Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. For those of you who are new here, my name is Jacob Williams. I am a professional music producer and composer. Today, we're going to be doing Emotion by CARLY RAE JEPSEN. This is the deluxe expanded edition. I don't have time for the entire expanded edition. I really wish I did, but I had a really busy day today and I got some other things I got to do after this kind of hour and a half block. So I'm going to stick to just the standard edition, which I think goes all the way up to track 12, When I Needed You. And I hope that's okay. Maybe in the future we can cover the deluxe edition. I would love to do that if I like what I hear. So far, I'm seeing a song that I actually know quite well. I've heard a couple of times. It's called I Really Like You. It is obviously the hit from this album. But I mean, when it comes to CARLY, I only know two of her other songs. I really only know the hits. I know Call Me Maybe and Good Time with Owl City, and who doesn't like those jams? Those are amazing pop songs, timeless pop songs even. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to check out some new music. And before we dive into this, I want to give a quick shout out to all of you watching this right now on Patreon, and to those of you watching this on YouTube in the future, hello from the past. Let's move right in. As always on this channel, I like to give my reaction primarily to the production and arrangement techniques in songs. Sometimes lyrics hit me. For those of you who are lyrical people watching this, I'm going to start bringing this up in advance. Lyrics kind of get lost on me sometimes. I tend to really hone in on musical elements. We're just going to dive in and see what my first impressions are. I'm going to plug in and we're going to go right into track 1, Run Away With Me. I have a feeling this album is going to be full of bangers. Maybe a sad song here and there, but definitely bangers. And I can tell you why, because we're starting off with this ripping saxophone synth lead and these rising like little bass pulses from the synth, and then a riser straight from the 2010s. I mean, this came out in 2015. I remember I had a friend that was all over this. They were like, new CARLY RAE is everything, and I just didn't really give it a shot. So let's see what she has to offer on this.
You're stuck in my head, stuck in my heart, stuck in my body. I wanna go, get out of here, I'm sick of the party. I run away with you.
Couple cool things are happening here. So the overall arrangement is 4/4. It's a 4/4 pop song with that pulsing kick, but the little synth rhythms in the back are doing 3/4 rhythms. So they're going 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Very 80s pop, or a modern take on 80s pop. And then every couple of vocals, CARLY's doubles are coming in, and they have different effects on them to provide word emphasis to make those words feel a bit larger, feel a bit more important. Oh, nice. Oh, I'm saving this. I just canceled everyone's super awesome dopamine hit of that chorus, and I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about something. There's a little light synth lead happening in the back, and it's hitting the tonic note of what CARLY is singing, or yeah, it's hitting the like main kind of root note of what she's singing right there, and I just thought it was a really nice instrumental to vocal harmony. That chorus is the most 2010s thing I have ever heard. It is huge. It is big. The band really opens up right there to really express big pop, anthem, dance. Now get this lyric stuck in your head. It is very 2010s. It has aged very well too, because there's even pop songs nowadays that sound like this. There's also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but that hooky saxophone thing from the beginning is in there. It's acting like the counter melody, whereas CARLY's lead vocal is now the main melody of the song. So now you have the that the saxophone's playing as the counter melody to what's going on.
Up in the clouds, high as a kite, over the city. We never sleep.
That was a nice double. I don't remember if that happened in the first verse or not, but even if it did, even if it didn't, I kind of like doubles being introduced more, not just as like those atmospheric kind of pad vocals that we heard in verse 1, but also just to kind of go in with her lead vocal and to kind of accompany it, make it bigger, wider.
I could be driving you all night, and I'll find your lips in the streetlights.
Ooh, that pluck got bigger. It was low passed before. Now it's even wider.
I'll be there with you. Oh, baby, take me.
It's so huge. Kind of miss, I mean, I guess it's no different than now, right? But the sound was different. I miss how electric 2010s pop was. And it's funny how, like, as time passes, you start to miss things, right? Because even back then, I was missing 2000s pop that I grew up with back when I was in high school in the 2010s. And so looking back on it, like 10 years later, I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah. That's just wild to me. Like, it's literally just so strange to me that I'm sitting here going, I miss that. I miss that because I took it for granted back then. It was a sound that I didn't really like acknowledge was kind of a movement. I don't know. This is just, it feels like such a special time to me. It reminds me of like when I was graduating high school, when I was starting to take production a bit more serious and start to produce for other people. Like, it just reminds me of that whole journey, listening to stuff from way back then. Oh, nice echo, nice delay. To this day, I still make very reverbed out vocal beds, and I think it's because of 2010s pop. 2010s music, even like, especially EDM, that is my biggest influence as a producer. Hearing sounds from back then that just used a lot of depth and really pushed our technology forward, I always kind of lean back on and sort of bite on, and you could just totally hear electronic processing on here done very, very well by these producers. And obviously her belting in the back is just great. Nice. Oh, hold the phone. So I was just gonna end this song with talking about some of the like ways that the vocals sort of rose up with the instruments right there towards the last chorus, but right now we're getting a very nice final chorus treatment, right? We talked about it recently with Vodka Cranberry by Conan Gray, where you sing another lead vocal track and you sing your chorus in a very catchy melody that isn't the melody you've already sung it in, and it makes it bigger. It also gives people different ways to sing your chorus, or to sing especially the end chorus, and it's just such a great device. I love hearing it done on pop songs. It's just timeless. It's the snares too. Oh man, yeah, I forgot how influenced 2010s pop was from like EDM sounds, because I heard so many things in there that sounded like, I mean, it's obviously synth pop, but like they borrow off of EDM a lot, like those snare fills straight out of electro house, straight out of dance music, straight out of dubstep, like you can name it. There's so many albums from between 2012, even 2011, but 2012 and 2016 that leaned more into EDM territory than they did like pop trap or trap pop. Let's move into track 2, which is the title track of the album, Emotion.
Be tormented by me, babe. Wonder how I do. How's the weather? Am I better now that there's no you? Drink tequila for me, babe. Let it hit you cold and hot. Let your feelings be revealing that you can't forget me now.
her vocal range is actually quite interesting, and I'm going to explain why. So, and again, I'll probably embellish more on this later in the video, but for right now, I'm hearing her go down into lower notes, but they're like low for her. Does that make any sense? So like she is a soprano, I think, just based on what I'm hearing. Either that or up here kind of vocalist. It goes down into lower registers, but they're lower like for her range. So it doesn't sound like, I don't know, like when Taylor Swift kind of goes down into her low range, which is a bit more extended. It's incredible. It really is. From a musical standpoint, I'm hearing very intricate kind of groove things happening here. Let's see how they build.
On the wall, I am going 10 feet tall.
Nice guitars right
In your
there.
head and I won't stop until you forget me, get me not in your fantasy.
That guitar pluck combination happening there. Very cool. Lots of interesting processing happening on those. They're definitely layered in an interesting way. I couldn't tell you what. I mean, if I had to guess, some of them are distorted, some of them are clean, and I think all of them are being routed to a parallel sort of sidechain bus with some sort of chorus effect on it. I don't know. That's the only thing I could sort of grab at right now, but they're very 80s gone 2010s. The way that opened up. I love how low-key those melodies are in the background. And the chord progression is more of like a minor 6. Yeah, like minor 6, major 1. Kind of like a regular pop chord progression, but whatever key signature they decided to use on this sounds very moody, which is a nice contrast between this song, and the one that I know, which is coming next. So love some diversity. Love it. And again, I'm liking how twangy her voice is right here. It's a very interesting and a very different listen than what we're used to on this channel.
Paint a picture for me, boy, with the skies forever blue. Tell me there is nothing I can't have and nothing you won't do. Toss and turn without me, boy. Let it hit you cold and hot. On my kisses and you miss it and you can't forget me. Not a flower on the wall. Let me not in your fantasy. Dream about me.
That melody is so great. It's such a nice, catchy, moody melody. People forget this. The note choices you make in your melody directly affect the mood. Hearing the ways that she writes her melodies is definitely very telling of her influences. I can definitely hear a lot of 80s like ABBA influences, bands like that. And I can also hear a lot of more modern around her time influences like Taylor Swift. I'm hearing a lot of 1989 on here. Oh, it's just like a blast of good energy right there. Hear that way off into the background? That's a vocal, I think. That's a vocal with like a ton of reverb and hard compression for sure. Loving the guitar work on here too. That was cool. So the instruments kind of changed up a little bit for some of those little breaks, yeah? They went away from the typical 80s, 2010s pop band, and they went away in more of favor of like a pulsing 808 kind of modern thing. That was really enjoyable. I loved how moody that was. It was a nice contrast. Carly really delivers in that regard. Let's move on to a song that I actually know, so I'm just going to play a little bit of it. I Really Like You. And yeah, we'll talk about it at the end.
Watching television, but how we get in this position. Really, 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 really like you. I really, 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 really like you. I want you. Do you want me? Do you want me to?
You just can't like listen to that song and not go, that is a hit. No wonder while they were making this, they were like, that is going to be a single, because that is a pop hit. Like, that is literally, this I would say is one of the defining pop songs of 2010s pop. It's funny, when I first heard this song, it's kind of like how I felt about New Romantics by Taylor Swift. I literally heard it, fell in love with it, and didn't even know what artist did it. I literally was like, this song is great. I'd hear it everywhere, and I was like, this is just a great song. I don't know why, I just love it. And I mean, like, I've always heard this song, didn't know who it was until like 3-4 years ago, so it's been more of a recent listen for me, and it was kind of one of the reasons why I put Carly on the list this week, is because I have gotten some people wanting Emotion, but I also kind of wanted to check this album out. Yeah, no, that's a pop hit. It's great, it's amazing, and I want to see what else Carly has to offer on this album. Let's move on to track 4, Gimmie Love.
Words fly by, drove by your place and stopped again tonight. I know it's sad that I'm too scared to try, but I still think about you, think about you.
Cool things. We got that pad. It's like an evolving pad. So it sounds like there's like a lot of LFO knobs kind of moving around on the synth a little bit, kind of making it get more texture over time. And then another thing we have is Carly's really nice, sweetly mixed vocals in the mix, in the middle of all that mix, just kind of occupying those high mids where she belongs. And then there was like a string pluck thing that kind of sounded like a water droplet. I'm a sucker for that. I score independent films and video games, and to add atmosphere, sometimes we'll dip strings and percussion and stuff into the background of mixes just to sort of add a bit of atmosphere to them. And that is exactly what that sound reminded me of right there.
I can't lie.
A little bass
I
dip.
like the feeling how you make me shine.
I instantly liked it after hearing that sound design with her voice kind of doing that. This is probably the song that my friend back in the day was just going nuts over, because it sounds like something we would listen to in our music producer community group. This is such a amazing sound bed. It could lean EDM if it really wanted to. Like, you could make a really sweet EDM remix just from that sound bed and the acapella version of the song, because of how intricate the sound design is, but it's also very pop centric. It's very simple, and it keeps to the same like 3 or 4 chords. It's not very abrupt, and I love the mood. It's very dark and gloomy, but also just a little bit of that like pop melody kind of seeping through.
One could be two.
Here we go.
Give me love. Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love, give me touch. 'Cause I want what I want, do you think that I want to? Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love, give me please. 'Cause I want what I want, but with you it's bad.
What are all these starts and stops in the instrumental? I need to hear the instrumental on its own, because I'm hearing a lot of stuff going, and things are just kind of coming in and out, acting like counter rhythms and counter melodies and counter riffs and grooves with each other. And those like her voice is very start and stop with the beat, and then you have these background vocals coming in towards the second half, just kind of going like acting like a vocal pad, kind of going in with a tremolo with the beat.
Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love. Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love. Eyes so bright, you got a hold of me the whole damn night. I toss and turn, but still I can't sleep right. I should have asked you to stay, begged you to stay.
If you watching this, you really like this verse, don't you? I'm going to tell you why I really like this verse. So it's taking the same instrumentation from verse 2 and building off of it. It's a typical arrangement tactic, but I like how it's done here. So take all the instruments that were in verse 1, move them over to verse 2, and then it seems like what they did is they built up the drum section to add more energy. And then on top of it, instead of that little synth or string pluck thing echoing, it's like a little percussion thing. So it's very drum heavy to sort of emphasize energy, big sound, lots of energy being added to this verse right here. Oh, sweet falsetto, Carly. That was a great falsetto. And not only that, but we also have these shimmering guitars and synth things kind of coming in and out. And then the pause before the big snare drop before the chorus. I love how dancey this album is.
Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love, give me touch. 'Cause I want what I want, do you think that I want too much? Give me love, give me love, 'cause I want what I want, but with you it's what I need.
Nice.
Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love. Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love.
So that snare is being really hyperly compressed, like it's being like very compressed, and then the reverb on it is being ducked and then brought up. Another thing I noticed, instrumentation in the back is mimicking, like it's playing with the hi-hat, the to give it more of a dance groove. You also have stuff happening on the downbeat, so one sound will go boom, and then the other sound will go ba-dum, ba-dum, and it's mostly synth bass. But I'm also hearing a little bit of guitar in the mix as well. Nice touch. Loving those vocals on the bridge, little backing vocals running through a reverb stack. The ad-libs have become the main vocal here. So the vocal that was in the chorus previously is more tucked away in the back, and now we have these variations of the chorus melody lyrics being sung in a different melody for a new lead vocal for this last chorus. That's what it's sounding like. These are higher in the mix. Yeah, so every 4th and 8th snare on this, I think. No, every 8th and 16th snare, math, has that wide, like Prida snare, EDM drop, inbound snare thing happening, and it just really opens it up. It really does. It's such a nice sound. I really like that. All that. Let's keep the energy going here. Is it hot in here? Track 5, all that. Ooh. Ooh, nice clap. So now, this is a very vaporwave kind of sound here, right? We got like the piano in the middle. Then we got these little synths just lightly coming down, glistening the instrumental with their presence. And then we got a little low bass, right? And then either the bass goes up into a slap or it's a clavicle, which is a very soul R&B inspired instrument, or rooted instrument, I should say. Ooh, nice little synths right there. Ballad.
I wanna play this. I will be there. I will be your friend. Show me if you want me. If I'm
That vocal stack had so many harmonies in it, and they were very neatly mixed too. I'm also really digging this. How do I word this? The overall arrangement, I guess it's more of an arrangement thing. Like the way they're having these guitars kind of quietly stacked in the background. There's a lot more layers than the song leads on. It's kind of deceiving, right? Because it sounds quiet. There's not as much energy in it as the last 4 songs. It feels very big and full of life. There's a lot going on in the background there. Definitely a lot of guitars, a lot of keyboards. The way that they're sort of harmonizing together just feels like this big band. But again, it's quietly mixed to give way to these big harmonic stacks.
Let's just see. I'll keep my light on, baby. You can always come to me.
Okay, I heard that lyric. That was a really sweet lyric.
I'll be the place you call your home. Just
Nice background harmony.
in your arms. Just let me in your arms. Show me if you want me, if I'm all that.
Yeah, you hear that back there? Yeah, those little blip, 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 little keyboards and like the kind of 80s guitar. It's very quiet, you guys. You have to really like listen for it.
I'll be your friend. Show me if you want me, if I'm all that. I will be there, I will be your friend. When you need me, I will never let you come apart. You need me, I will be a candle in the dark.
Wow, hold on.
Someone who let me be the one, the only one, the only one, the only one. Show me if you want me, if I'm all that.
That was a key change, yeah? Yeah, that was definitely a key change. And the way it went, it was kind of like a Maroon 5 situation, right? Like This Love, I think, does it a lot off of songs about Jane. But the way it goes down, dun, 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 where it kind of moves around in a very jazz soul kind of way. Soul tends to do this a lot, where it goes up and down in different like keys multiple times in a song, and it does it very gracefully. I haven't mastered that as a producer. I'm going to be straight up. Like, I'm working on a lot of like pop songs and rock songs, hip hop, EDM, like things that are very like set structure. I just haven't really messed around a whole lot. Sometimes when I do key changes, I'll do 1 or 2, but doing those really advanced like soul chord progressions and stuff is very hard. So props to CARLY for being able to sing over that and to be able to progress into different keys over a succession of a bridge, but also to the producers who made this happen. The song, from a compositional standpoint, is the strongest so far.
I'll be there, I will be your friend. Show me if you want me, if I'm all that. I will be there, I will be your friend. Show me.
You heard that, right? I'm not going crazy. Please tell me I'm not going crazy. We're going to re-listen to that. Yes, that is a 90s, 2000s throwback sound with the turntable. Whoop, 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 whoop. Some of you probably didn't even hear it. I'm literally tripping on that because I did not expect to hear that on this song of all songs. This is so like Backstreet Boys, right? Like it feels very like 2000s, 90s, like whoop, 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 into the track. Wow, that was probably a huge throwback back in 2015, but it's an even bigger throwback now. What an interesting sound. This is definitely like 90s R&B, 2000s soul influenced. Oh, it's just yeah, that's definitely, that gave it away, CARLY. You gave away your influence here. So those were some really cool sounds at the end. They sounded very like organic, or they almost kind of sounded like some cables leaving like amplifiers, like the band walking off stage, right? And I almost want to say, after hearing this for a minute now, or 4.5 minutes now, this felt very Prince influenced. Does anyone else get that vibe? Not necessarily Purple Rain, but even some of the other material that Prince has, like, it gives me very Prince vibes. Oh gosh, I'm horrible about my music history. I know Prince was in a band at some point. I'm going to pop that up here if I find it while I'm editing. Let's move on to track 6, shall we? Boy Problems.
Listen, just leave or stay. But I'm done listening to it.
If you're gonna go, then go. She said to me on the phone, so tired of hearing all your boy problems.
The soul melting, heart melting pop vocals with the funk right now. With the funk right now. I can't. This is so great. Couple things. I know she's in the middle of singing right now, but I got to talk about them. So the bass is the most interesting part about this. It's playing those low rumbly notes and then up to the highs so frequently. That takes a lot of practice. I suck at doing those. I've tried to get better over time, but I always have to like record the low parts and then record like the high parts like after that. Yeah, you guys probably can't even hear that. Like stuff like that, I just literally blows my mind. So there's that, and how sweet and well written these vocal top lines are, like the way that they just go up and down the scale and they pocket very well into this funk while also letting the bass do some sort of like straight notes against the chords, right? Like playing a lot of the roots, and then also just finding ways to go up into the funk. Oh, it's so good. So the vocals start off like in this pre-chorus part right here. They start off very like dun dun dun, kind of using a lot of quarter notes and a lot of like half notes, even at some parts, like very sustained. And then they get very staccato, and that uses a mix of like eighth, dotted eighth, and sometimes 16th notes just to get a very fast, repetitive rhythm in your head. That concert tempo right there. So concert tempo is when all members of a band play at the same time, and it's usually heard like that, like bump, bump, bump. It's in a lot of jazz, but it's also in a lot of pop. I've done it too. Oh, catchy. That had to have been written on piano first, and you can't tell me no. I personally struggle a lot with writing melodies like that. I always have to write them on piano first because that's just how I write. So I'm curious if CARLY is also the same. Does she write all of her melodies, or does her producers also write melodies on piano first before they're sung, or is it just natural? You know, sometimes I get natural melodies stuck in my head and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to sing that, or I'm going to write something with that. But here I'm most definitely hearing like a being played on piano first before it's being tracked. I liked how cooled down the energy of that bridge was, leading into this really energetic finish. I'm hoping for this song. What's really genius about how the vocals are arranged in this song is, and I didn't notice it till right now. So the second line of the chorus, I'm gonna pull up the lyrics right here. The second line of that melody, so the second time it goes dun, 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 she says don't know what to do, and that's math. That's 5 syllables. I've got 'em too is only 4. So what's genius is I've got them too, or I've got them too. She has to split them, like the word them or M with the apostrophe, into 2 notes. And that just adds a lot of dimension. And and you might be like, well, that doesn't make any like sense from a logical standpoint. No, it doesn't. That's what's great about music, is you can like sort of imaginify or be a little dramatic with what you're saying and what you're singing. Honestly, the melody was probably written and she didn't want to rewrite the second part, so why not just get the other part to fit with it melodically? And it adds just a very nice melodic pocket to it. It makes it sound very catchy. That bass line, can we talk about the bass line one last time? That had such an amazing pocket, that boom, like down to the deep boom. Oh, kills me. It absolutely kills me. Let's move on though. I'm going to be repeating that one a lot. Let's move on to track 7, Making the Most of the Night. Ooh, a darker one. Oh, Carly Rae Jepsen doing darker, like toned pop music or darker, moodier pop music is so cool to me. It just sounds so different for her. Because keep in mind, I haven't witnessed her whole musical evolution throughout all of her albums. I've only heard the hits. So songs like this sound really cool to me. They sound very different. And hearing that really dark kind of production atmosphere behind her vocals here and all the kind of drums, it's very nice. It's reminding me of Gimmie Love a little bit, so we'll see if it has a similar kind of dance break to it. Those toms. Wow. So some of you might feel like the song sounds strange during those last couple of vocals right there. And you're right. It does sound strange, and I'm going to try to explain why. So the song is very diatonic across the entire song so far based on what we've heard. And what diatonic means is it sits into the same key signature. It stays within the same notes of whatever key you're trying to write. So if you write a song in C minor, if you keep all your notes within what the scale of C minor is, it's going to be diatonic. And the song is and stays diatonic except for those last few lines. It goes up a key and then like up a key again or down a key again. It changes keys twice before going back to whatever the root key was of the song. So it's kind of a cool way to make your song sound different. And back in the day, before we had a lot of like ear candy and stuff to like sort of keep us entertained in that regard, songwriters would rely a lot on modal chord changes as well as very core key changes in their songs to make their songs sound and feel different. And it feels great to hear Carly not just making like straight up pop, but also like using devices like that to make her song feel more interesting.
And I'll run to your side when your heart is bleeding. I'm coming to get you.
I wanted to talk about this last pre-chorus, but those toms are very rock inspired. They sound like they belong in a rock band, or they belong in like a rock arrangement. They're going do 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 do. If you were just listening to those on their own, you could picture just a really heavy distorted guitar alongside them. The diatonic, key change, down. Key change down. Diatonic. We're good. We're still diatonic. Hear those toms building up again in the back. Again, I'm not hearing the synths and the keyboards. Just right now, the key change and the percussion arrangement are really sticking to me. But yes, I'm really liking those bell synthesizers just kind of ringing up and coming up with those big synth arrangements in the chorus. I have not forgone my opinion on that. I know you were thinking it.
Come on, get up, don't waste another day. I know you had a rough time, but here I come.
Hello.
Hijack you, I love you, I make it the most of
Hello, arrangement change up. So that was kind of the opposite of what happens in songs like I Really Like You. The song's arrangement drastically changes right before the song swells into another chorus. And sometimes the best ways to do that or to lead into that is to change up the percussion, change up the drums, change up something having to do with any of the instruments that are to be expected in what your choruses have sounded like before. Right there, it was just a full on like bump, bump, ba-da-da-da-da-bump, bump. Like all the instruments. That was me trying to play the whole band with my voice, but that was pretty much a personification of what the instruments were doing right there. Just changing up the flavor, changing up the colors of it. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. It's a very nice song. I mean, I'm so far really liking this album. I didn't expect to. Again, whenever I'm used to someone having really big hits, but I haven't really heard anything else from them, sometimes I don't know what to expect from their full material, but I'm really, really, really liking this. Let's move on to Your Type, track 8. Nice synth.
Used to be in love with you. You used to be the first thing on my mind.
Oh. Let's not forget. Great vocal performance, by the way. I'm loving how her vocals are translating on this. They're very well produced throughout the entire album, by the way. I'd love to point that out. Like the vocal chains on this, top notch. Very nice, precious reverb. Very balanced compression settings. Let's not forget, this album, this was going on when Churches was like one of the like top bands in like alternative and synth pop and alternative pop. So get a taste of that while you're listening to this, and you can kind of pinpoint where this song belonged at the time. And it does really stand out. Like not just this song, I meant like this album, where this album stood at the time of its release, and just like the overall soundscape it tried to provide, while also 5, 6, and 7 really took us on like a fundamental music journey, right? Let's see where this leads us.
I know I'm just a friend to you, that I will never get to call you mine, but I still love you. I'm sorry, I love you. I didn't mean to say what I said.
Oh, nice.
I miss you, I mean it. I tried not to feel it, but I can get you out of my head.
Wow, that top line is really catchy. It's really well written. And I say that about a lot of top lines, but keep in mind, I only say that when I feel like the top line is really well written. The melodies on that really worked with those rising bass harmonies and with that synth line kind of starting at the root, going up to about the minor 6 and the 5th. I don't know what the chord progression is here, guys. That's just what I'm hearing. Oh, that snare. Multiple things here. Great pop explosion. Love the band. Love the energy. Love the production here. It's huge. Now, that rhythm back there, the gives me another callback to Taylor Swift's 1989. Very big, very blank space, very like it's 1980s pop revival, but it's like got a bit of band in it, right? Like it sounds like instead of just machines playing it, it's got like a human swing to the rhythm that the tambourine's playing right there. And then also there's like guitars in there that are being humanly played. And that combined with the machine drums and the arpeggiated bass and synths is a perfect combo for me.
She acts so perfectly. You probably eat up every word she says.
That synth back there was taking a very big atmospheric dominance over the guitar and what the guitar wanted to be, because the guitar is just now coming up with the automation. That synth lead was precious back there. It was just belonging where it belonged.
And if you ever think of me, I bet I'm just a flicker in your head. But I still love you. I'm sorry, I love you. I didn't mean to say what I said. I miss you, I mean it. I try not to feel it, but I can't get you out of my head. And I want you to miss me when I'm not around you.
Nice. Oh, the way that her voice got choked up right there, and like choked up her note right there when she went to go sing when, was so well done. That displays emotion right there. Emotion, my good people, emotion. That is how you display emotion, by changing the way that you sing things. Not so often that it's forced, but just enough to where certain things just stick, right? Because that's going to stick with me.
I'm not the type of girl for you. I'm not going to pretend. I'm the type of girl you call more than a friend.
Counter melodies.
Break my heart and start again. I'm not the type of girl you call more than a friend. I'll make time for you. I'll make time for you. I'm sorry, I love you. Didn't mean to say what I said. I miss you, I mean it. I try not to feed it, but I can get you out of my head.
I love that. I love having a space so I can pause, ruin the song, and talk to you guys. No, all things that aside, this is a really great break right here, because we died down the energy. It's going to be silent for a second, and then we're going to go right into the swell. Now, is there going to be a change in the arrangement like there have been on the previous songs? Or is it just going to be a big blast of pop energy, kind of like what we got on I Really Like You?
I'm not the type of girl
Oh,
for you.
nice.
I'm not going to pretend. I'm the
Really quick, that was a synth being sped up and slowed down to silence. Nice.
I'll make time for you. I'll make time for you. I'll make time for you.
That, my friends, at the end of that song right there was a well put post-chorus. Sometimes artists like to make post-choruses special and save them for the last chorus, which isn't a bad idea. It actually is a really good creative idea, instead of just having them after every chorus. Because imagine if that song was at the end of every chorus we've heard thus far, it wouldn't feel special. The songwriting and arrangement techniques on this album are really sticking to me. I think because the sound design is more nostalgic to me than it is like enthralling. It's still very exciting. It's very energetic, but I also want to appreciate the synth work and the synth design on this in particular, because there are a lot of layers there. This was the era of making very, very, very big synth arrangements. This is when synthesizers were like welcomed back into pop instead of just your typical band arrangement for pop songs. Let's move on to track 9. We're almost done here. We got a couple more songs to talk about. Track 9, Let's Get Lost. That was a cool way to sing that. Her voice like got quieter and just trailed off. Another thing, I like how skippy the drums are. They play on a lot of swing, which is different than just downbeats, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, which is nice because it adds a lot of groove to the drum line. Nice bass. Guitar coming in on the right. Must be a very big fan of intricate bass grooves and bass arrangements, or her producers were like, this is what you need to have in your song, because those bass lines, both on this, Making the Most of the Night, Boy Problems, Even I Really Like You, Emotion, Gimmie Love, a good amount of this album just has that nice, funky, really diverse bass line quality to it. And it's like switching, right? It switches between various bass synths, sound effects, sub bass, 808s, bass guitar. It uses like anything possible with low frequencies to make those bass lines pop and sound intricate and different. And even that clavicle like kind of high bass slap sound that I can't get enough of is all over this. Back into it. Did I hear horns? So that, my friends, is the melody of the post-chorus, followed by a counter melody played by horns. Oh, nice. Fun fact about me. I am so picky with horns. I'm more of a string fan. Like if I'm going to use like orchestra instruments in a song, I always go to strings, which are also in the song. They're like a string synth kind of highlighted over here. Also, who's getting like Christmas energy or like holiday energy from this? Anyone else? I kind of am a little bit, but I'm not huge on them, but I can really appreciate a good horn section, and definitely hearing one in here.
Let's get lost. Let's get lost. You wanna get lost. You wanna get lost. Oh, baby, let's go get lost. I'm glad that you're driving slow. Keeping my fingers crossed. Maybe you'll take the long way home. Let's get lost. I don't wanna let you go. Keeping my fingers crossed. Maybe you'll take the long way home.
I want to know how many vocal layers are in there because it sounds very big, very wide. Lots of layering happening on here, people. Like, always try to make your vocals, if this is the style you're going for, always make your vocals just so layered. Like I'm talking like 6-7 layers, because what the producer can do at that point is just bring them down in volume and just wide pan the absolute crud out of them and just make them these huge, monstrous, even if they're light and nice and sweet sounding, make them these nice, monstrous vocal mixes. Yeah, that was sweet. Someone had a little too much fun in the booth there with the saxophone. Yeah, that was sweet. I saved that one too. I have no shame. This is great. We got a couple more songs, you guys. Let's go to LA Hallucinations, track number 10. Okay. Now I see why that track transitioned that way. Because we're getting more of like a hip hop, more funky sort of thing happening, at least so far on this. And it sounds very West Coast. It sounds very LA. I would know as someone who's from LA and has experienced a lot of the culture out there. Yeah, it's got that sort of LA hip hop West Coast like bump to it so far. We'll see how CARLY carries the direction across this song. But so far I'm getting very like Lana Del Rey, Venice Beach kind of feelings or emotions from it so far.
I remember being naked. We were young freaks just fresh to LA. Never cared about the fake kids. We were riding, singing wherever. Fun morning with your husband. Tell everything.
Why is that genius? Having that moment where there's no vocals and it's just synth, it's just going just a big counter melody. I heard a production tip one time, like a long time ago, and it was like, make your counter melodies your main melodies. I don't do it that often. I should, because right there, that's like a counter melody to what CARLY was singing in the lead vocal, but it came in a brief moment where she wasn't singing, and it sounds so delightful. It's literally just and then she comes back in, and it's almost a call and response in a certain sense, right? Sure, it's not quick enough to be a call and response, but maybe it is. I don't know. That's just my personal feeling about it. But yeah, that was surprising. And with that 808 drop leading us into the chorus, let's see how catchy this is.
And suddenly planes I'm hopping, cards I'm dropping. No shop can fill me up. There's a little black hole in my golden cup. So you pour and I'll say stop.
I like the song. I hit the like button on it already.
Planes I'm hopping, cards I'm dropping. No shop can fill me up. There's a little black hole in my golden cup. So you pour and I'll say stop, stop. Take me into your arms again. Shake me when I hallucinations.
I kind of like that. You know, I don't really know the full meaning of this song, but I kind of like the whole using hallucinations as like another word for distractions, because LA is very noisy and there's a lot going on. It's a huge city. I'm also just liking the groovy bass. I mean, bass seems to be the center of this whole thing. Even I Really Like You has just a huge bass line. And honestly, the mix on here is spectacular. I can't wait to hear those anniversary tracks as well as the deluxe tracks. Again, we're definitely doing that after hearing this.
Game, and suddenly planes I'm hopping, cards I'm dropping. No shop can fill me up. There's a little black hole in my golden cup.
That clap is really big too. That the snare clap combo thing sounds like a couple different layers of snares and claps.
Cards I'm dropping. No shop can fill me up again. Shake me from my hallucinations.
Right. And that vocal melody resolves almost in the opposite way that the it's kind of a similar kind of passage, right, to that synth, but it's going more down. It's going more up and down than it is just going straight up with a little bit of down. You get what I'm saying? Like the pattern is variation enough, but it's like a similar kind of attitude that synth had.
Don't already know. BuzzFeed, buzzers, and TMZ.
Yeah, I'm calling people out.
If I just lie here, will you let me go?
Oh, that is definitely a favorite for me on this album. I don't know. It's just got a nice air to it. It really takes me back to albums like Taylor Swift's 1989 and Church's The Mother We Share. Like, it literally takes me back. It's a beautiful album. I'm going to just say that at the end of it. I'm actually very impressed. I'm very impressed. I did not expect. I kind of expected CARLY to have mostly like acoustic songs for some reason. I don't know why that is. I was mostly expecting singer-songwriter. I wasn't expecting like very electric, in your face kind of pop. So maybe some of her later entries are kind of like that, because that's kind of what the marketing of it gave me. But I'm really liking the overall mood of these songs. Let's move on to track 11, Warm Blood. That bass is so deep that you can barely even hear the sub frequencies of it. Hear that? It even did what I thought it was going to do. So I was going to say those are synths being low pass filtered and slowly automating upwards. So you're slowly hearing more frequencies from them over time. What I was saying about that synth is it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. It was a low pass, right? So only the low frequencies are coming through. It's an EQ kind of shaped like this. And it slowly is expanding up, bigger, bigger, wider, wider, until you hear all the frequencies. And then what they did at the end right there to scoop us into the chorus is they ducked it back down really fast. It's a very common technique, especially in 2010s music. I do it myself a lot in pop songs. It's fun. Okay. And it just scoops us into the next part of the song. It's all bass. I love the way that she sang I would and went down in her range instead of up, which you could tell that she's more comfortable with higher notes, but she went down to sort of groove with it. We got hi-hats now. Wow. CARLY getting a little experimental on the second to last track. I kind of like that. It called back to like a lot of EDM sounds with the wobble, boop, 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 boop. And it sounded more wobbly than synth ARP, right? Because synth ARPs are a staple to like synth pop, synth wave, vaporwave even. But hearing the boop, 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 whoop, boop, 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 is more of a wobble. It's more dubstep. It's more 2010s EDM a little bit. And then those vocal chops, I kind of like that it sounded a little disjointed, a little off kilter, right? Because it sounded like an actual sample being pressed on a pad. It's gonna start building now. So with the last chorus, we didn't really have a big pop explosion. It was kind of like everything just kind of came to a head, and then we had a regular beat with maybe more energetic bass playing. And then we started progressing more, getting more sounds introduced into the post-chorus, and now the second verse. Let's see how this chorus is different, or if it's similar to the first one. Hold on, 2:15. I want to see something. Okay, so that's what the first chorus bass sounds like. That's kind of progressive. That's less pop. That's more progressive. That's almost some Magdalena Bay type stuff right there. That's so the first chorus was more straight, like right, more like straight on the note. This is more swing. So the rhythms are being intentionally changed. It sounds more progressive than it sounds pop. It's evolving. It's changing. Nice filters. I forgot to mention that. The filters in verse 2 and this are kind of the same thing, so nice creative choice.
Warm blood, my heart is pumping. Warm blood underneath my skin. Warm blood, my heart is pumping. Warm blood feels good. I can't
There's that
control it
filter.
anymore. Sweet
Let's see how this builds into the final chorus.
one, you should stop me, babe, but I keep on talking. I would throw in the towel for you, boy. 'Cause you lift me up and catch me when I'm falling for you. You catch me when I'm falling for you. You catch me when I'm falling.
Nice.
Feels good, I can't control it anymore. Sweet one.
I'm hearing both the straight like note bass and I'm also hearing the swing bass at the same time. How is that possible? Maybe they're on different layers and one's taking over the resonant, the other's taking over the sub. I have no idea, but that is so interesting to me. Hear those drums in the back? It's like a shuffle. Do you hear that? Oh, the vocal harmonies too. We got these really cool vocal harmonies and then a bit crushed lead right there. Hold on. Oh, wow. Such a great song. I was actually blown away by that one. I wasn't expecting much in the beginning, but that was a really, really, really good song. It leaned very progressive in a couple of its different aspects. Wow. I love being surprised, you guys. I literally it leaves me speechless sometimes, some of the stuff we listen to on this channel, because that I didn't expect to hear something like that on the Carly Rae album. I mean, really most of this, but I didn't expect something with that much sort of arrangement and thought put into it on this album. And that's not to insult her music or anything. I'm not here to like be negative, right? But like I just didn't really expect that, and I like having my expectations challenged. Let's move on to track 12, which is the final song on the standard edition. Again, maybe we'll have some time to check out all these bonus tracks and all these other tracks because I'm really liking what I heard today. I just really wish I had the time to listen to all of it. Unfortunately, I don't. Let's just dive into it when I needed you. Track 12. Bringing us back to track 1.
What if we could go back? We can take the words back. You can take my love back and brush my hair behind my ear. I don't know what you wanted.
Up there, up there.
I thought that it was worth it to let myself just disappear.
That was cool. So those drums are huge, first of all. Loving the rhythm section here, both the drums and the bass. That synth, that little cute, like churches, is being panned, right? Being filtered. And then there's like a knob being turned to transform its sound or to modulate it as we're listening to it.
To me in dreams at night. Come to me in dreams at night. I wake up and I see the light. Sometimes I wish that I could change, but not for me.
What is that bass? Wait, I thought we were listening to a song with synth bass. Why is it just sliding everywhere? It's just like what?
For you, so we could be together.
Is this real life?
Forever. But I know that I won't change for you. 'Cause where were you for me? When I needed someone. When I needed someone. When I needed you. When I needed you.
What is happening here? So this is like a typical 2010s pop arrangement. Oh God, hold on.
In dreams at night. I don't want to work it out.
I like that little ride cymbal back there too.
Going to work it out. I don't want to work it out. No, I'm not going to still. Sometimes I wish that I could change, but not for me, for you. So we
Literally, what is the bass playing on this album? Someone tell me.
be together forever. But I know that I won't change for you. 'Cause where were you for me? When I needed someone. When I needed someone. When I needed. When I needed.
Oh, it's so 80s with all those synth explosions.
When I needed.
Thank you guys so much for recommending this album to me. I do have to go soon, so I'm gonna try to hurry this session up. I'm shocked. I only knew one song on here before entering, and I really liked the whole thing. It was a nice, even blast of nostalgia, as much as it was intricate, interesting pop sound design, and it was often progressive at times, which I didn't expect. It leaned into territories like soul music, jazz, EDM, progressive house a little bit. Yeah, a lot of fun areas in between. I was really enjoying all of that. My favorites have to be LA Hallucinations, Gimmie Love, Making the Most of the Night, Emotion. I really Like You, Run Away With Me. I mean, the whole thing was great. Again, the only song I wasn't too huge on was All That, but that's because I couldn't really see myself listening to it on repeat. Maybe it'll grow on me some more over time, but overall, the project was great. I loved listening to all 12 of these standard tracks. Maybe in the future, we'll touch on these deluxe songs, and maybe we'll do a special video for the 10th anniversary after that comes out in a couple of days. So thank you guys so much for your time. Thanks for being here, and have a great rest of your day.